This is one of the most underutilized posts on LinkedIn. So today I'm going to teach you how to create a carousel post so that you can stand out in your feed. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, the place for bosses and business owners who want to show up consistently, creatively, and most importantly, through their content. Before we dive into this video, I wanted to let you know that we're currently doing a whole series on LinkedIn. So if you've missed anything that I've already done, check them out here on this playlist. And be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you get a notification every time I put a new video live. One of the ways that I love to stand out on any platform is to zig when others are zagging. And what I mean by that is to do things that other people don't seem to be doing at that time. For some reason on the LinkedIn platform, carousel posts are very underutilized and people don't seem to do them a lot. So that's why I want to teach you how to do this today so that you know how to stand out in your feed and do something different that most people aren't doing. Carousel posts are a great educational and storytelling tool. And so if you can learn to utilize them well, they're going to perform well on your feed. I recently actually did one for a client here and they performed a lot better than the regular posts that we put out. So that's why I decided to create this video and share it with you. Before we actually get into the meat of creating it, I wanted to share maybe a little bit of a red flag with you around why I think that they're not utilized very often. And part of that reason is because they're a little bit convoluted to create, although you'll see in the tutorial that once you know how to do them, they're not difficult at all. But I think maybe the main reason, apart from not knowing how to do them, is that they're difficult to schedule. I'm yet to find a scheduler that is open to scheduling a carousel post, and I could be wrong because I don't use them all. But if you're open to posting in real time on the LinkedIn platform, then this is a really great one to try. Okay, so let's pop over to the computer so I can show you how it's done. Okay, so what I want you to do is pop over to Canva here, and when it comes to the dimensions of a carousel post, they're basically the same as an Instagram one. So what you can do is go straight to Instagram story and do 1080 by 1080. The other thing is that you can look up a LinkedIn post, because a LinkedIn post is 1200 by 1200. But you can also do a slightly taller one, but it does recommend that you do a 1:1 aspect ratio. So I'm just going to click on a LinkedIn post here. Okay, so now that we're here, what we're going to do is we're going to get our branding happening, and you're just going to build it out like you would normally build an Instagram post or any other post for social media. So the one that I'm going to make today is why you should create a LinkedIn carousel post. I'll let you guys watch me design as I go, and then what I'm going to do is basically slow down. I'll speed up for when I'm designing so that you don't get bored, and then I'm going to essentially stop it on bits that really matter to you. All right, so I've got the title page of my post, and then a really cute idea is to add in elements that overlap the next post. And why you want to do that is because that it creates intrigue on the eye, and I'll show you once you post. Sometimes it's not super obvious that it's a carousel if somebody's not familiar with it. Small hand-drawn one, which I like. Okay, I'm going to change the colors to now what I'm going to do is duplicate this post. I'm going to get rid of the text, and this here, I'm going to duplicate this little guy and basically line him up. And what's going to happen is once these are all side by side, which I'll just show you in a second, so you can see how that arrow there is lining up, and once it's actually posted on LinkedIn, those two images will be connected. There won't be that gap there, so it will look like it overlaps. Right, so I'm just going to fill this out now. And line it up there, that's lined up pretty well. And then there we have it. So that's the basic premise done. We've designed it. Just make sure that everything is good. Normally write in lowercase. Okay, fabulous. So now what we want to do, this is the critical part. We want to download it, and we actually want to download it as a PDF. So we want to download all of the pages. Okay, and then we want to open LinkedIn. And then this is the part that isn't as intuitive as you might think. So shout out to my friend Todd, who's appearing on my LinkedIn. You want to hit start a post, and then you want to come down here to this little sheet of paper with the corner tab. Click on that. And then we want to choose the file, which is a PDF that we've downloaded here. And then you can actually add a description to your document here. So I'm going to call it what I called it in the post. Why you should create a LinkedIn carousel post. And then we hit done. And then you can write all of your text here. This is 3 reasons why you should create a LinkedIn carousel post. Don't forget to pop in your hashtags here. LinkedIn tip, content creation tips, and social media marketing tips. And then we hit post. I'll show you what it looks like. So it appears like this. So it's not super obvious when you see it in the feed what to do, because if your mouse isn't over it, like you can see now, there's no instructions. It just looks like an image. However, if you mouse over it like this, you can see that almost looks like a video, right? And there's a tiny little arrow here. And as you click through, you can see the rest of the carousel post. So I hope that was helpful for you. Just a reminder, what you want to do is create your regular posts in Canva here, just like you would an Instagram post or even a Facebook post. You just try and have that 1-to-1 aspect ratio. And then remember that you need to download it as a PDF, not as a PNG. I think it defaults to PNG. So what you need to do is make sure that you hit PDF standard and then download it all together. And then come over to LinkedIn, start a post, tap on this button here, choose your file and upload that PDF there. And there you have it. That's how you create a LinkedIn carousel post. Okay guys, now you know how to make a carousel post. So I would love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me whether or not you're going to try this, and feel free, if you're connected with me, tag me in it. I'd love to see what you're producing on that platform. If you don't already know, I have a free content roadmap that you can download in the link in the description below, and that's going to help you with your content creation process. I've got in there the platforms that you need to be thinking about, how to create content, how to organize your content, and all that good stuff that goes into being prolific at content. So make sure you check that out in the description below. And I will see you guys next week for my next video. Bye-bye.